In Japan, there is a banknote that is still fully valid but rarely seen in everyday life. That is the 2,000 yen bill. In Japan, there are only 4 types of banknotes currently in circulation: 10,000 yen, 5,000 yen, 2,000 yen, and 1,000 yen. Among them, 10,000 yen notes account for about 60%, 1,000 yen notes about 23%, and 5,000 yen notes around 4%. In contrast, the 2,000 yen note makes up only 0.6% of all banknotes. Even the 5,000 yen note accounts for only about 4%, and the 2,000 yen note is less than 1/6 of that, making it extremely rare. Most people know it exists, but very few have actually used one. Among younger generations, many have never even seen it in person. And yet, as of 2026, it remains legal tender. You can exchange it at banks and use it for payments. So what exactly is this mysterious banknote? What is the 2,000 yen bill? The 2,000 yen bill was issued on July 19, 2000, as part of the Series D banknotes. On the front is Shuraimon Gate from Shuri Castle in Okinawa. On the back is a scene from the tale of Genji, along with Murasaki Shikibu. Unlike other Japanese banknotes, it does not feature a portrait. Instead, it combines Okinawan culture with classical Japanese literature in a unique design. It was also excluded from the recent redesign of the 10,000, 5,000, and 1,000 yen notes, meaning its design has remained unchanged since 2000. Another defining feature is that the 2,000 yen bill is heavily concentrated in Okinawa, Japan's southernmost prefecture, and that is closely tied to why it was created in the first place. Why was it issued? The 2,000 yen bill was introduced as part of 2 major events in 2000, the Kyushu Okinawa G8 Summit and the start of the new millennium. It was proposed under then-Prime Minister Keizo Obuchi, with the goal of promoting Okinawa both domestically and internationally, while also boosting the regional economy. That is why Shuraimon Gate was chosen. In other words, this bill carries a strong symbolic and policy-driven purpose. It was created in a celebratory context, but as a fully functional legal currency. How rare is it? Today, only about 94 million 2,000 yen bills remain in circulation. That is just 0.6% of all Bank of Japan notes, an extremely small share. At its peak, over 500 million were in circulation, but the number has declined significantly. The reasons include limited compatibility with ATMs and vending machines, its awkward position between 1,000 and 5,000 yen, the rise of cashless payments. Out of the total, about 7.5 million bills, 8%, are in Okinawa, while around 86.5 million, 92%, are spread across the rest of Japan. At first glance, 92% sounds like a lot, but when distributed across Japan's population of roughly 120 million people, it averages only about 0.7 bills per person. Even in Tokyo's 23 wards, it is only about 0.5 to 0.6 per person, extremely thin distribution. Okinawa, on the other hand, has several unique factors. Strong local attachment to Shuraimon Gate, ATMs with 2,000 yen priority buttons, local promotion campaigns, tourist demand, and even historical influence from past use of US dollar bills. As a result, Okinawa is the only region where 2,000 yen bills are still relatively visible. Compared to other banknotes, the difference is massive. There are about 11.2 billion 10,000 yen notes and 4.3 billion 1,000 yen notes, making the 2,000 yen bill extremely rare in comparison. So even though most of them technically exist outside Okinawa, they are spread so thinly that in mainland Japan, they are often referred to as a phantom bill. Why does it still exist? Despite its rarity, the 2,000 yen bill is still valid. You can obtain it at banks or post offices, and it can be used at staffed checkout counters in places like convenience stores. In Okinawa, it is also common for tourists to receive one as change and keep it as a souvenir. Overall, in Japan today, the 2,000 yen bill exists as a kind of local, semi-symbolic currency. A banknote that can be used, but rarely is. Japan's commemorative currency. At the beginning, I mentioned that Japan has only 4 types of banknotes, but if we include coins as well, there are actually many different types of commemorative currency issued in Japan, beyond just the 2,000 yen. Among these, lower denomination coins like the 500 yen and 100 yen types are legal tender and can be used at face value in places like convenience stores and supermarkets. However, in everyday situations, such as receiving change, you will almost never come across them. Many people have never seen one, and some are not even aware that commemorative coins exist. In that sense, the 2,000 yen bill is quite unique. It was designed to be both commemorative and widely circulated. Comparison with other countries. Commemorative currency is common worldwide. In the United States, the $2 bill occupies a similar position, widely known but rarely seen in daily use. The US has also issued commemorative coins since the 1892 Columbian Exposition and continues to release coins themed around historical events, figures, and the Olympics. In Europe, €2 commemorative coins circulate across the Eurozone. Some are extremely rare. For example, Monaco's 2007 Grace Kelly coin had a mintage of only around 20,000 and is highly valued by collectors. Other countries like Australia, Canada, and China produce gold and silver coins, such as kangaroo, maple leaf, and panda coins, which are widely traded as both investments and collectibles. The key difference is this. In many countries, high-value gold and silver coins dominate the commemorative market, and collector demand is large. In contrast, Japan issues relatively low-denomination commemorative coins that are technically usable in daily life. Handing commemorative coins to a cashier can sometimes cause confusion, but once they are processed at the register, they are accepted and can be used for payment without any issue. Conclusion. The 2,000 yen bill was created in the context of the Okinawa Summit and the new millennium. It combines Okinawan identity with classical Japanese culture, making it a highly distinctive banknote. It is still legal tender, still usable, and still exists. Yet in Okinawa, it is relatively common, while in the rest of Japan, it is almost never seen. That contrast is exactly what makes it interesting. Japan's approach to currency reflects not just economics, but also culture and history, and the 2,000 yen bill is one of the clearest examples of that. Have you ever seen one in real life? If you ever visit Okinawa, you might want to keep an eye out for this rare and unusual banknote.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Deep Focus Japan for more videos on Japanese society and current issues.